Hi y'all, this is Dr. Elisabeth Princeton, and how many of you all go to the doctor and the doctors or the nurses say a phrase which is, you have, and they name a disease. And how many of y'all choose to go ahead and take on that and believe them instead of looking at your life to see what's missing and not working? Which is why your body probably has been screaming out for a long time, but how many of y'all shut it down and tell it to shut up, medicate it, and actually don't deal with the cause? You only deal with the symptom. So I tell you that because I'm right now at the hospital. My mother is 83 and she's in the ER. And when they say you have this, you have that, I automatically dispel it. Just say, you know what? It's all about words you choose, and that's not something we're going to adopt. That's not something we're going to believe. The bottom line is the numbers are this way, and these are what the symptoms are. Okay, great. This is what you call it, whatever it is, and I won't even use the word. And I appreciate that. But here's really what the facts are in regards to what the blood work or the tests say. And then what you do is you begin to look at, okay, is it what I'm eating? Is it my peer group that I'm around? Is it my job? What is it that's causing health issues? So I had a client, started having heart problems. Said, you know what? You need to quit your job. Made a crap load of money. Said no, kept no. His heart kept getting worse and worse and worse. Guess what? As soon as he quit his job, 3 months later, you would never know he had a heart condition. It was stress from his job. So, I want to ask you today, those of you who are sick and have ailments, or you've taken on a diagnosis and said, well, I have this, and it's an excuse to not work on your own life. 75 to 80% of all doctor visits are stress related. And what I learned 25 years ago was this: I caused my illness. Whether I tolerated relationships or I abused my body and pushed it and went hard and didn't relax in my femininity, relationships I needed to change, some family dynamics, whatever it was, okay? How I was reacting instead of acting. Once you start dealing with that, your symptoms will change and the diagnosis that they've given you goes away. So I really want to challenge you today. If you have been diagnosed with something, or they say, you know what, you only have 6 months to live or anything like that, say a phrase that I learned to say 25 years ago, and it cost me literally all my friends, literally my marriage, and all my family, because I stood in this, which was this: I believe God created the body to heal itself. And I said this about multiple sclerosis. I gave the book back to the medical field. I said, I do not believe anything in here. God created us to thrive. I don't know how I'm going to reverse multiple sclerosis, but watch me. And that, my friend, was the beginning of a huge transformation of my entire life to get rid of the disease. If I can do it, you can too. So, when you go to the medical field and they say you have this, dispel it. Say, I don't believe that. I believe this is what the facts are. That's great. But I'm choosing not to have a diagnosis. There's areas in my life I need to work on. Begin to work on them and watch your life change. Sending my love through all the miles. God bless.